Hi YouTube. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I just wanted to drop a quick video to just kind of check in. I don't know, this week has been kind of a crazy week for me. But what I'm noticing is a lot of people are angry. Like very, very angry. And a lot of times with the situations that I ran into this week, it was their fault. It was their problems, things that happened in response to things that they did. And even just looking on social media, everybody's mad about any and everything. Sometimes and oftentimes that is not even a problem. It's crazy. It's like people are looking now, they're looking for a reason to be mad, they're looking for a reason to be outraged. Oh, something needs to be done about this. But what are you doing? What are you doing? How did we get here? At my job, for instance, they started this campaign, with the company logo, and the theme of it was aim high. Matter of fact, that's what it says, aim high. There were people that complained about that, saying they felt like it was implying that they weren't already aiming high. Really? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Like, people just really looking for a reason to be mad for no reason. Why would you feel that way if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? You should always be aiming high. Why would you aim for anything less? Like, I just can't even, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around how somebody would even take a concept as such and turn it into that. But everybody's different, everybody has a story. Oftentimes when my brother and I and his friends get together, he does this thing that drives some of them crazy. But he's like, okay guys, let's do a mental health check. How's everybody doing today? Are y'all doing all right today? Are you feeling okay mentally? And it drives some people crazy, and some people appreciate it. They're like, thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm pretty good today. Now, we haven't had a situation where somebody said, oh, I ain't doing so good, I'm feeling messed up. But it could open the conversation later on. Hey man, you mentioned earlier, how I was doing. I really appreciate it. I didn't want to say anything in front of everybody else. But man, I'm dealing with something right now. And do you mind if I share with you, get your opinion or whatever? Or sometimes it could just be a matter of you need to get it off your chest. And, I think that's a good thing to have. A lot of people need it. A lot of people have dealt with trauma. Some of it, most of it, well, a lot of people have had some hardships, and with hardships, most of the time those hardships are brought upon by those people. And, that's part of life. You gotta deal with it and move on. You just do. Doesn't mean ignore it. That doesn't mean put your head in the sand and pretend like it's not there. That means process it, deal with it. Let me give you a small example. For my 40th birthday, I bought myself a Mercedes S550. That was like my birthday gift to myself. I had a Mercedes S430 probably about 10 years before that. And that was like one of my absolute favorite cars. The ride was so smooth. It was just so smooth. Had a lot of power, lots of leg room. It just was a very good riding car. So, I always wanted to get a new one, but I'm trying to think. I don't have so many vehicles. After that last Mercedes, I went into I got a Hummer, and gas was like, it didn't make sense to me, the gas for that. gas was more than my car payment. So I traded in, I think I bought a Lexus and paid off the Lexus. And then, you know, for my birthday, I was like, let me get this S550. So I bought that car, and let me tell you something. Pretty much from the day I drove that car off the lot to the day I dropped it off at the bank, I had problems with it. I think that car was probably in the shop more than I drove it. And it cost me a lot of money. I had a warranty and everything. The dealership I bought the car from couldn't figure out what was wrong with that vehicle. Took it to the actual Mercedes place. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with that vehicle. And when I first got it, I'll say the first year, maybe a year and a half, I got it. It drove fine, but the check engine light was on nonstop. And it's like, you know, with the type of money I'm spending for this car and the fact that I got this warranty, like, I should not be having these problems. To me, it doesn't make sense to be riding around in an expensive car and you got a check engine light on. Like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went back, you know, to the deal, and I was like, listen, I need you to buy this car back for me. It's trash, basically. Your people can't even fix it. The Mercedes dealership can't even fix it. I'm thinking this car is a lemon. And here's the thing, I worked in the car business for a very long time, so I know how it is. You don't earn money from cars. You just don't. You lose money purchasing cars. You just do. That's just the nature of the business. And vehicles are machines. They break down, they tear down. Sometimes you can make good purchases, sometimes you can make bad ones. This particular car was definitely a lemon. And unfortunately, it became my lemon. So I had to deal with it. So long story short, I ended up being, Lord have mercy, so upside down in that car that, you know, I got an attorney because I feel like, you know, there were issues with that car from when I drove a lot. Anyway, I don't want to get to the story, but basically, I'm not even going to all those details. The point I'm making is, I ended up losing like $8,500 getting rid of that car, right? Which is a big hit, a very big hit, right? There's so much more I could have did with that money. There's interest that could have been being earned off of that money that I was no longer able to make because I had to spend it. And you know, it wasn't a situation where I bought a car that I could not afford. You know, like I was trying to be outside of my means or put on, you know what I mean? I had that type of car before. I love the way it drove. I definitely could handle the payments, insurance, all that type of stuff. I just, you know, that was kind of like a gift to myself based on my previous experience. Unfortunately, it was a bad purchase, right? And I could be mad at the dealership. I could be mad at the maintenance people. And I was. But at the end of the day, the hardship that came on me behind that car was my fault because I bought it. You know, I could have bought a Honda. And that's not to say, like, you know, if I hadn't gotten a Honda, I wouldn't have the same problem. Because sometimes vehicles are just lemons. But, you know, a lot of people get caught up in situations like that, and then they walk around here angry and mad and upset because, why is this happening? You know, you shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did this. And, you know, it's here or there. When you purchase a car, it either has a warranty or it doesn't. You know, it could be the perfect car for the amount of time that you have it, right? And, you know, there'd be no issues. Or, you know, it could be issues and you think it's fixed and then something else comes up and something else comes up and something else comes up. You know, there comes a point in time where you have to make a choice. Do I want to keep dealing with this or do I need to handle this and move on? For me, I got rid of it. I made arrangements, got another vehicle. I literally dropped that car off. First, I went and bought a new car, then took that car to the bank. I made arrangements so that I would not lose so much money. I could go into details about that if I'm not. The way I did it though saved me $4,500, even though I still lost $8,500. And I no longer had a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it was a big loss. It really was. But at the end of the day, you know, nobody died. I had to work a little bit harder. Had to get back on my grind, try to build my savings back up. The savings that I had to take out that was, you know, I had in place. And, you know, at the end of the day, I just have to be grateful to God that I had the means to take care of that. Because a lot of people get in situations like that where they're not in a position to buy their way out of problems like that. And it might sound silly, right? Talking about a car, but I live in the South. Like, you gotta have transportation to get here and there, because public transit is not it. But I think y'all get the gist of what I'm saying, like, with this story. Bad things happen, right? And then we gotta deal with it. And some of them are harder, some of the problems are harder than others. You know, because there's a big difference between, for instance, a cancer diagnosis and the situation I just told you about with this car, right? So, processing a cancer diagnosis is way more crazy and challenging than, you know, dealing with a car situation. But I mean, that could be subjective too. Because I know some people that have been diagnosed with cancer, and the way they handled and processed and dealt with that shit. Oh, I didn't mean to curse, but the way they dealt with it, it was amazing. It was inspiring. Gone into remission, living a life, looking better than ever. I mean, it was inspiring. Because a lot of us, you know, something, you know, you hear about things, and oftentimes we don't hear about the good stories, the good turnarounds, right? But things happen. So it's all in your state of mind, you know, how you decide you want to process and handle things. Know that sometimes it's okay to cry. Sometimes it's okay to be angry and upset and frustrated. But you got to find an outlet, you know, whether it's in your religion, your spirituality, you know, whatever your path is with that, whether it's your friend or a friend, family. Making sure you're doing something for you is very important too. Like, there was a time when I was grinding, y'all. I was grinding. I've worked 2 jobs for 9 years. I'm a hustler. I have always been like that. Even when I was a teenager, I wanted to start working before I leave legal work. So I did like babysitting and little stuff like that. But there were times when I was working 2 jobs and I just was feeling like, oh my God, am I ever gonna get ahead? Like, credit shot. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm like, I cut down on everything. I'm not getting my nails done. I'm not getting no pedicures. I'm not shopping. I'm just grinding and saving. Well, and then I wasn't even really saving them. Like, I was just trying to play catch up. So, you know, it'll beat you down when you're working nonstop and feel like you don't have anything to show for it. But you tired and feeling run down. So I said, you know what? I was either reading something or watching something motivational, and the person said, every time you get your paycheck, the first thing you should do, of course, some people say tithe, is do something for yourself. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be something really, really small, but do something for yourself. And it could be something as small as, let's say, your favorite ice cream. It's Ben & Jerry's. And you haven't been doing it because you know it's a little bit more expensive than average, or let's say you've been buying a Food Line brand because, you know, you're cutting back, you're trying to do what you do, and blah, 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 blah. But make this, I want to say make a sacrifice, but go ahead on and get that Ben & Jerry's on your payday. And take a moment to yourself, you know, take a bath, hot shower, whatever you choose to do, relax. Get in a quiet space and just eating that Ben & Jerry's ice cream. it might be only for a short moment, right? But do you know how good that would make you feel? Just that little bitty thing. When you're going through what feels like so much and you're not feeling rewarded or whatever. Might sound corny, but I'm telling you, this morning I woke up feeling awful. My head was hurting. I was feeling congested. I slept bad last night. I woke up in sweats, sweating. And it's me. I have really bad sinus and allergy problems. I even had surgery and everything. And I really need to be in a climate where the air is drier. But lower sea level, I call it, this air is toxic. It's toxic air. But I said, you know what, let me get up. I got up because laying there wasn't making me feel any better, even though I wasn't feeling good. I made a cup of coffee, I took an aspirin, I put on some Afrobeat music, and my vibe just started changing. I started feeling better. You know, the drainage kind of subsided. I decided to do some grooming, you know. Did my little eyebrows. I started to put some lashes on, but y'all, look, I don't need no lashes. I don't need them. But yeah, I arched my little eyebrows, curled and combed my hair, took short lashes, and I feel amazing right now. Just from a little bit of what I like to call self-care. So, I don't know. I always feel like I'm running my mouth because I'm a talkative person to a certain extent, but I'm not. But I just wanted to share that. You know, it's okay to do a mental health check on yourself and others. You know, try not to be angry. You know, even when things happen that are not your fault, that don't go the way that you planned them to go. And sometimes it is your fault. And you have to own that and fix it. But yeah, try not to be angry, you know. Process it, deal with it, come with a plan, and move on. And sometimes you might need some help. And look, it's okay to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching. And again, like, comment. Please comment, y'all. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? And if there's something you want me to talk about, hit me up. My email is in the about portion of my YouTube page. Yeah, hit me up. You can put in the subject line YouTube. That'll grab my attention because I get lots and lots of emails. Not necessarily about YouTube, but just in general. But yeah, I'd love to talk about it if you want to talk about it. Have a great day.